I might have brought too many clothes.
Feels like a whole new Paimon after those 2 days in the hot springs. The Abyss. Still, spending time here really has felt like a vacation. The Kaholasaurs are so nice and so fun to play with. Oh, and Atea's snacks were so delicious. She gave Paimon some yelling at some kids who got caught throwing stones in the hot spring.
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this here.
Glad you like it. I was thinking of taking you guys out to do some sea fishing. Later tonight, we can eat whatever we catch.
Hey, Moalani!
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the night.
And Kachina? Is she back as well?
Kachina fell in battle. But don't worry, the team was victorious, so the rite of resurrection will be held.
That's a relief. The Abyss is cunning, and it was her first.
Exactly.
All right, thanks for letting me know. Jeez, she sounded a little anxious.
Moalani, you said the Abyss, think about all, not that
Relax. At a glance, it certainly seems like but through our long history of 500 years ago, the Abyss, that's right. And Natlan was the worst affected of all. It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to finally repel the Abyss. Even so, the effects of the invasion lingered for hundreds. Our tribe's waters were contaminated. The Children of Echo's territory was overrun by dangerous It was like each disaster was designed for a specific... Exactly. We once thought that the Abyss... We now believe the Abyss has invaded the...
And that's how it became so dangerous and
Yes. And that's why, luckily, the problems left behind... Now every tribe is prospering and things are looking up.
You must have had...
Every battle, every responsibility, duty, unavoidable burden. Everyone... But I believe we will be rid of the Abyss one day. And the efforts of all who fought against them will... To think that my name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations... It's kind of romantic. Everyone has something that drives them forward, you know? We have to. Not only for ourselves, but anyway, let's head to the stadium. Our fishing trip can wait until the sea's not going.
Whoa, this place is packed.
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our hero. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person...
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kanich, you're here!
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it. I heard about the incident.
Yeah, it's all taken care of. Our new friend here.
Hey, look! Is it about to start?
That's right. Someone will come out and recite a eulogy, and then we'll sing the Ode of Resurrection together. Come on, let's find a spot with a good... Let's go somewhere...
Warriors of Natlan, heed the call of light. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside some, those who forged our own destiny. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
What?
What is that even?
Usually once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person will emerge from the flames.
What's going on?
This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight. Think about it. The ode rekindles all victors. We've witnessed it countless times. Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory than...
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pilgrimage!
Pathetic. The both of you.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our mission.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all? Maybe she got scared and ran off. Why would the YUB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult a hero of Natlan like that? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors.
Calm down, Mualani. There's no point.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
To insult a hero of Natlan, the person actually has to be a...
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working?
That's true. If she wasn't revived, it must mean she failed to achieve victory. Maybe the YUB interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all...
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not like her at all!
No, she's been waiting for this moment for too long. No matter how daunting the situation, no matter how scared, we don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger.
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then, we'll see who...
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worthy of our admiration and celebration. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not... To prevent further casualties, I have decided to suspend the pilgrimage.
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is... But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth, not a weapon we wield against others.
I didn't mean it that way.
If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my answer if you wish, but now's your chance. You have concern?
No,
Even though I have said nothing to change your mind, then it would seem the truth never mattered to you at all.
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question.
I have a question, Archon. my friend Kachina. Do you have any— I know you said you were investigating the situation, but I'm so—
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth and rescue your friends sooner, you should join the investigation. So,
Of course I'll join.
in that case, come—
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by? Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs informed. Once again, I apologize for the outcome of this ceremony. If there—
I believe she did. Let's go. I'd like to know what's going—
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is undoubtedly a hero of Natlan, and I'm deeply sorry this happened to her. There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will
And that means Kachina won't be able to—
That's correct. Not until the problem with the Night Kingdom is resolved.
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss. Of doing— She wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, the Pyro Archon would be— Whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and we supported her every step of the way, but what do we— Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death?
That's not fair, Mualani.
It's all right. I understand your rage and your grief. Kachina's life means a great deal to me, Mualani. Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. I would give you that piece of— But please, hear what I have to say. Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of undermining the rules.
You mean—
The Sacred Flame. The foundation of our resistance. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, but if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy—
If we compare the two choices... Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs is my duty. The raw truth can be cruel.
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you, and unlike Kanich, I dare say—
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't want to.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage.
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks—
And that is the crux of the problem. It's not simply a matter of choosing the lesser of two evils. Either way, there will be people who suffer, and the end result will be the same. Belief in the pilgrimage. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle. Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection work. To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else, we need to— Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the Sacred Flame to— I understand your anger, Mualani.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a sec.
I owe you an apology, Archon.
We could always hold the
I've considered that, but the two events have nearly always been linked. Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige. With fewer participants, the amount of—
So, essentially, the Abyss has taken Kachina hostage.
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels. Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have enough— Your sense of self will be devoured, until eventually you become one with the sea. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to— I won't sugarcoat it. That—
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these— You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the Sacred Flame. I will go—
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very—
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her.
I failed to protect her during our campaign, but I can make it up to her now. I choose to go as well.
Traveler? What do you—
Understood. Then I'll support you in any way I can. The Masters of the Nightwind have a technique that can extract an ancient name from the link. If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them to pinpoint her position within the Night Kingdom. Then comes the hard part.
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land of souls?
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is, however, know that the Night Kingdom...
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing.
So,
Seat Lolly of the Masters of the Nightwind once... It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact.
That was the artifact I delivered.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you whatever aid I... Besides, your... Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first... I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and... Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, you know, in the middle.
That's more like it. Apt perhaps even more than you can imagine. Ideally, this would be the perfect night for a drink and...
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the... It embodies fond memory.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. If things were different, the two... But don't worry. This towel is...
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of contending fire. But that's not at all...
You're right. Even now, the gradual corrosion caused by as things stand. The pilgrimage is a... The Abyss has brought catastrophe to Nat...
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If the public learned that Natlan's... But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the intent...
Another simple choice.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right... Let's go. There's still a way...
You mean?
Yes. The sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the Abyss, but it's also the pillar of Natlan's stability. So until our heroes are ready, I will sacrifice my power to keep it burning.
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on the remaining ancient name-bearers.
Don't let desperation cloud your... Those chosen by the Wyab have already embarked on their destined path. It is for them to decide how that journey ends, not us. All we can do is support them.
Even so, for you to make the...
If not me, then who? No other is capable of... I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with. The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking! Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah.
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is collecting the Gnosis, but I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again, and we're not prepared—
No, we're running out of time. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed, the power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters of the—
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence within him. Kanich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the captain. Speak to Seat Lali.
Of course. I'll head out right now. Do you still intend to—
Yes. Natlan's strength has never rested solely in its Archon. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in that vision now.
Is everything okay?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. Too late now. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
What's happening at the stadium? Did something explode?
It feels like the Archon.
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose in a one-on-one confrontation.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name, we'll head right back.
Okay, let's just keep climbing. I'm on... What can you tell us about the Scions of the Canopy?
The tribe's people are very adventurous.
Oh, kinda like us then!
I'm not so sure. You don't strike me as the type to enjoy danger. The Scions of the Canopy are a bunch of thrill-seekers. They love extreme sports like rock climbing, rappelling, volcano parkour, or even bungee jumping without a rope while a Yunkasaur stands at the edge and uses its tongue to catch them. Sound like something you'd be interested in?
Okay, that does sound different from our usual adventures. Paimon's not doing any of that. She can just cheer you on from the sidelines.
That's Waina, the tribal chief. Let's head over to him.
Chaska.
Nice to see you again, Waina. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it.
Whoa, hold on a second.
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom. We need the stone to find her ancient nick.
Rescue her? From the...
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. Going there, the nature of battle is unpredictable.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Waina. But if the price of mature...
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Waina? Life isn't complete without taking risks.
It's nothing. If you're that determined, far be it from...
Thank you.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back. But aren't you from...
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper. Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe, too.
Oh, you have a younger sister?
Yes, I'll enter, but let's get back to business.
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river flowing with concepts, and the ancient name you seek is like a tiny fish swimming downstream. In that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the river, but the boat alone isn't enough.
We couldn't do that ourselves?
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the talent.
Who?
Vichama, a legendary warrior and scout. He's got a keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name means to seek.
Vichama? Why does that name...
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the...
Thank you.
Good luck.
Emotional support is important.
Admiring the scenery from the... Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something? What? You're saying you can bring someone back? No, if you really think about it, anything's possible in that kind of place.
Are you okay?
Everything's fine. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use this...
Your friend? Oh, why not mention someone named Mel?
Yes, but I'd rather not get...
That's not a problem. We agree to your request.
Yeah. Since you're helping us find Kachina's...
Then we're agreed. I see. From what I can tell, once the connection is established, the Abyss will come surging through the...
Wow, you got all that?
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no... I'll go find an open area and start setting things up.
We'll go right away. What?
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them.
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a...
By creating something tangible in our world, like a net, we can...
Oh, I see.
Right. I need one... No, two... Normally, you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes. But I heard there's a traveling
Gotcha!
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Let's meet over there when you're done. Oh, and you can send someone with me if you want. In case you're worried I might take the stone from...
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need. Lena spoke highly.
I appreciate it. Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything up.
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight than you. Hang on, Kachina.
Watch your footing. In the sky, too, while we're at it.
Hello.
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much for...
Oh, the whole thing?
Oh, deal.
Wait. Real...
What, you want me to...
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. All right. That's every...
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the...
Excuse me. Do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Relax. Everything...
I know, it's just... I could tell Kachina always carries all sorts of shiny stones with her. If I was the one trapped in the night...
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady. How does it look?
Perfect! Thank you.
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just... Here you go. By the way, how's he doing?
Do you know what happened between them?
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking. Melko was an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a 5 years ago, they both emerged, but on the eve of battle,
Then what happened?
the team agreed that he couldn't fight the Vichama didn't argue. He knew going to... It's just... Melko and the others ended up facing hordes. Vichama went into a deep depression after that. Oh, you're not... I've tried convincing him to move. Dwelling, the Abyss has caused so much suffering. Anyway...
Whoosh! No one can catch me!
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here.
I've made all the necessary adjustments, so we're good to... As agreed, I'll help you find Go ahead. After Malko fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. If I had been there, I would have been able to sense that... I've always blamed myself for what happened.
But that happened, Seth. The Pyro Archon said all life...
There might not be much hope. But all right, let's get to it. I'll start... Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will link the mortal realm.
Look at that golden thing. It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer.
Hey there! Watch out! Time to shine! Strike a pose!
Hey, go away! You wait! You're up!
Fire! Well, with rocks.
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long! We're getting close!
Vichama!
Quick! Take it! I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malko. Just a little longer.
Something's not right. The power...
The Abyss is corroding his body.
I should have died 5 years ago. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Whoa, watch out! The power of the Abyss is strong.
This power...
Hanging in there?
Malko... No, what?
We can't wait any longer. Pull him away from the stone...
I already tried, but the power of the Abyss has him...
In that case, we have no choice. Get back!
Chaska, wait!
Ouch! What happened just now? It looked like
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion.
Give us a heads up next time, will you? You're lucky...
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof.
Okay.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Wait. Vichama!
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malko's ancient name. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. From the very beginning, and now...
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences of...
Huh? What's that in your hands, Vichama?
Huh? This is...
Hey, Malcolm.
Not enough to swing a sword, but to say a few...
Too bad. I never thought I'd actually die on this mission.
Guess I have something to be thankful for then. Pisak. Always had... Maybe you're right. Maybe no one will get to hear our last words. Vichama, don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
Was that a memory?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
Of course. Seeing him, but... it'll...
A deeper pain.
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. For all these years, I regretted not...
Vichama.
I'm fine. Actually, I heard Chief Wino when you asked for my... but I also understood... Once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable qualities as warriors. And that's, if I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malco that way, even if the outcomes, there are critical junctures in life. And if you, that's something I had to learn in hindsight.
Thank you, Vichama. I feel even more I promised I would find her, and I intend to keep that promise.
That's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body, a portion will fuse itself to your internal organs. Thanks to him, though, you were only briefly exposed. Slowing your breath... Just speaking from experience, that's all.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so we're off to a great start. Let's get Vichama... and apologize for destroying the Spirit Speaker Stone.
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like...
I think you know exactly what I'm...
Honestly, it's just one thing after an... They're back.
Koichi?
Don't play dumb with your own sister. You know exactly why I'm here. My apologies, everyone. I just need to borrow Chaska for a few minutes.
I'll be just a moment.
Who is that?
Koichi. Chaska's young. It's not really my story to tell, but I guess it's not a secret. You see, she was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child, and abandoned in the wild as a result. That strength of will pushed her to survive. But it also planted a seed of conflict.
For some reason,
Well, when Chaska finally returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her.
Ah, I remember those days. One of those eventually she found It sounds like she still argues with Koichi, though.
That's partly my fault. Koichi asked...
Oh, I get it. No...
I'm all for your adventure. You need to take risks when you're young. Still, I can understand where Koichi's coming from. In the end...
All right, it's just the two of us now.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have to approve.
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night King.
Well, technically I am going abroad.
Again with the excuses! We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can... But a trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not...
What do you mean, sneak into the place? I always planned on...
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me he'd...
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was...
Oh, I knew it! So he did try to say something...
This is important. If you were in my...
You don't know that?
All right, whatever. Any...
You... What do you mean, anything else? Why don't you Stay...
Time out. Is this one of our normal arguments?
Chaska, does it sound like I'm...
Then... You need to know something. But
the person you become when you lose control...
That's a different issue. You said it yourself.
I've also told you that managing your condition is equally
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here. If we keep going, I might actually have to get serious. And I think...
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat to...
Koichi!
So, you're really going to go...
Then support me.
So, that's...
You two.
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related by blood.
Really?
You know, I said that It's not my place to get involved. But I will say this.
Thank you.
Anytime. Alright. If you're done with the Spirit Speaker Stone, you might as well hand it according to Kinich. It's an important...
About...
If only Tone Deaf Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the Holy Liar.
It might be in a few more pieces than you remember.
Huh? I see. Still, Citlali's going to be a nightmare to deal with now that you've broken her stuff. Stay safe out there in the...
We found Kachina's ancient...
Well, it's fairly complicated.
The Fatui again?
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the situation?
That's why it has to be our little... Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but still, all you need to do...
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf.
There's no need to be so modest, Yon-san. Your incredible strength has...
Archon, I'm sorry about...
You have nothing to be sorry about. Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down.
What is this place? Hey, isn't that a
Good eye.
Whoa. I've never seen this place before.
It looks like there are items from every tribe.
I suppose you could think of it as a hub, and physical items do a far better job of preserving those stories than our own memory. Now, if you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to tell-
Alright, we'll have a look! Hey, there's a fishing rod here! It must have belonged to-
That's right. It belongs to a legendary fisherman. He and I met in a tavern. He told me about a particular kind. In his eyes, I saw...
So, did he do it?
The next time I saw him, he managed to kill the fish, but can a fisherman claim victory if he failed?
Well, Paimon thinks he...
That was my answer as well. In the end, he didn't want his tools to go to waste.
Wait, that means...
Maybe we can go...
This is Atea's talisman.
I'm sure you're familiar with this one already. Atea was rarely ever without it. The
There are so many
No, those belong to the master. Yamaya is an expert in this field. The tools you see here are quite traditional. The contents of the jars aren't all that special.
Ooh,
grape juice.
Huh?
It's quite tasty, although...
Make sure to handle everything with care. This cup, for example, it's heavier than it looks.
Whoa, that belt is bigger than Paimon's head!
The Collective of Plenty are known for their bodybuilding competitions and contest. The association with strength might also have been the reason the original belt was extremely heavy. It was, and even if a warrior had the strength to put it on, wearing it...
Sounds like it.
So the owner of the original, he would often wear this version when training it.
Or he made a lighter version so he could wear it all the time and show it. Whoa, this weapon is huge!
Ah, that weapon belonged to Tenoch, a hero from 500 years ago. Strictly speaking, that's because even before the disaster with the Abyss broke,
exile.
It was a punishment imposed out of necessity. When the Abyss attacked, the tribes found themselves. He united. Ultimately, he perished. And so, he was laid to rest, along.
Wow.
Indeed, even now, his story. The powder still needs some time to settle, so let's wait a little longer. Well, what do you think of my collection? Do you feel like you have a
Yeah! If each item represents a different story, seems like Natlan's... Does every item hold a special memory, just like Atea's talisman?
That's right. The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose to the ancient names. They demonstrate the true shape of time.
The shape of...
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. But there's also a different theory.
At once?
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your... Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make... The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. We just lack... Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by a different name. Fate.
That does kind of...
Humanity excels at living in the present. But too often, the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to a better future. Only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless eras to come up with such a set of rules. The first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can own. That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the Divine Throne, he used it to... namely, a framework, through which, by holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us. In addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this.
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine throne and the rule. Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes, that's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my
Your sister is so cute! It looks like the two of you are really close. Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person, but seeing this... It really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before.
A little late for that question, don't you think?
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon...
No matter what others may say, my past is becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities. So my father made the most delicious stew. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and my sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like...
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family is all about, as the Archon?
Well, what happened after that?
I believe she ended up working as an architect and Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, we can place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin. Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina! Are you okay?
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I? Is the abyss like...
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to bring you back.
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Wyab is being affected by the abyss. I was waiting for the Wyab to send me back, but then this really strong monster came in and it almost killed me. The Wyab saved me, even though its power is weakening, so I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to find a way to help. The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these...
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your sanity. All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. I'll find a way back. You don't have to put...
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to act tough. I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. Nobody here sees you as a burden. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of Natlan. All you need to do is wait.
Still, I don't want you to put yourselves in...
All you need to do is place your trust in us, just like you always have. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind.
Yeah, we're so... Thank you. Be careful.
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse the Night Kingdom. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion.
I know.
All right. Then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very... That face you just made.
No, I just...
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more...
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. But I can still keep Eon-san. I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle...
That won't happen.
I hope not. Be careful out there.
So we're underneath now.
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civil. Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns? They had...
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time.
So what you're saying is...
No, it's going to be up.
Why are you...
It's the pre-adventure excitement!
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go. We won't let it...
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be here all day if you list them out one by one. It's much faster to just focus on what's good for you.
Such as?
Vegetable juice. Want some?
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
There is no escape! Quietly now.
Overruled. Witness my rise. Transfixed.
Here comes the catch. Busted.
Whoa, the place we need to go seems really high up.
I will have order. Gather.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Shine down! Laid bare.
This is order. Solidify.
Here comes the catch. Quietly now.
I will have order. Stabilize.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon told us.
Yes. There's something in the depth.
We actually have to go in? Okay, Paimon just needs a psycho... Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
It looks so different.
That overflow of energy is probably what
From this point forward, everything we know about the...
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground?
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there?
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We felt if this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance.
That's it? Right. We still got a job.
So that means all we need to do is find...
Exactly. This light is streaming in...
The terrain looks difficult to navigate. And the visibility...
Yeah,
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down, I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malko. I was completely lost to this realm. It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble. I'm sorry I can only appear before...
No, we should be the ones apologizing, but we had to destroy it.
Of course. Thank you for protecting it. Under the power of the stone, it felt like turns out even our...
Whether in triumph or death, you want your best friend by your side.
Exactly. That may not be in the cards for us, but it's not too late for you. You're looking for a young girl. I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form. Be careful.
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way.
Solidify!
Ouch!
Quick, get back here! You can't go wandering off. It's too dangerous. Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Busted.
Overruled!
Oh, Paimon can't see anything!
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that?
What?
Never mind.
Don't scare Paimon!
I heard it too.
What did it say?
Doesn't matter.
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
here, Kachina!
Lonnie?
Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters.
Good idea. Let's go!
This is order. Gather!
Shabam!
Laid bare. Things are about to get dicey. Quietly now.
You're here! You're finally here! Thank you so much! That monster can appear from anywhere. It almost caught me a bunch of times. The YUP's power helped keep me hidden, so...
Had a girl.
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I can't exactly put it into... And I know it had... That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles, representing the... You can think of them like the body of each YUP. Additionally, there are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, but if a proxy were to become severely contaminated...
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated Still, we can't just leave the...
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration.
Kachina? What?
Nothing. Just...
Maybe we really should leave.
No, I'm fine. Just up ahead. I'll leave...
Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you. But that's because we want to help the YUP. Not because we have some... You don't have anything to prove either.
All right.
We've already come all this way.
Let's go. This way.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
All by yourself?
It's all right. I may not be as strong. I don't have much time. So go.
Thank you for everything.
You're true.
No one...
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that. YUP! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. YUP!
So we were right. The contaminate... Alright, get ready, everyone! Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place!
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that puny soul... He tried to get in my way.
He
would have dispersed with or without me. You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but under his... No. The power of... I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but that is the tragedy of your short life. Ancient names, pride, friendship. The Pyro are... Don't believe me?
Kachina! Give me your hand. Feel that?
Thanks, Moalani. Because I'm not alone anymore!
You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power. But you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had—
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down? It comes from the power lies not in the ideal itself, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal.
Well said!
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance, but you deserve what's coming.
There aren't many in Natland who can beat us when we're together. It's time he got a...
From the ashes to this.
Let her rip! Ow! Clear the area! Woohoo!
Oh, let's shred, Sharky! Woohoo!
Right here!
Off you go! Let's ride! Amazing!
We won! We actually won! That's what he gets for underestimating you two.
Fantastic work, Kachina. Absolutely fit. This makes me so... unbelievable.
I'm happy too, Mualani. Together we really are unstoppable!
Huh? My ancient name is... glowing? But I thought I didn't bring it with me.
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't make...
Wait, does that mean you're...
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend. Still, seeing you pull it off, everything you said was exactly right. As isolated individuals, we stand no chance against the power. It took years' worth of scars and lots of unnecessary suffering for me to understand that for the Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Only then will we have the power. Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the...
I've heard that name before. You were the
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully, under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save...
Me?
As long as blood still runs through your veins. Even the tiniest spark of steel against stone, its blaze will become one with our... Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
What's wrong, Mualani?
So many memories. My brain was just flooded with everything he once knew. So that's what happened.
What do you mean?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now. Efforts to save Natland started all the way back then.
We can go over the details once we get back. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was...
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explain... Okay, that should be enough. Why?
I hear your voice, Kachina. My dear...
Great. Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say I was going... I'll keep searching within myself. I'll live up to the hero you saw.
You are already an outstanding child in my...
Huh?
You are all my most beloved children. It has always been... Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents chose to focus on who you want to be. The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just like your It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards Go now, my...
I know we've never met before, Wyub. Thank you for encouraging Kachina.
Whoa! What's going on?
We're out of time.
It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need to run!
It's a Seelie! The Seelie opened the way for us!
Or we'll be stuck here!
Watch out for the falling rocks!
Quick, through the middle!
Faster!
We'll never make it!
You've done well. Now come home.
The Pyro Archon saved us.
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say she used...
She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom...
So you're saying...
Every...
You must feel terrible. Let's get back to the stadium.
I recommend getting a full checkup.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always seem to...
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the night...
Right. The Wyub mentioned...
I'll let her explain everything. Every move we make...
a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Take a seat, everybody. All right, that should do it for now. But just to be safe, I'll perform. I have to say, though.
He always has been special like that.
Given the current situation, that ability.
Of course.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right, all right. We might just give it time. I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much to discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation has less than a year.
Huh? No.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that our looming destruction is not a recent development.
Mualani told us a little bit.
500 years ago, unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so the battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. Even then, it took centuries of solving the and still, this is but a superficial victory.
I'd never.
The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated immediately after the war. But at that time, we were a nation of the death. Our civilization was dying. If we didn't bring the nation back together, so the Archon had a long.
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, but there's still something I don't understand. Those memories.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense! The Pyro Archon is
That's right. The hardest thing for humans. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine. But, as we all know, a human life is like a flame destined. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance.
So, in other words, this is your...
Yes. If the Natlan of the future was to have a fighting chance, the goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wayab. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the Chosen would then stand by.
So that means...
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom...
So in other words...
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed... The 6 heroes' success... Once again, it...
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines. Currently, Shilonen of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored within your name.
But we have less than a year!
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the That's also why I haven't been able to take...
But if you knew this whole time...
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early, just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand, I can only trust in the I have never believed I could solve this. Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular. You're quite perceptive, aren't you?
Huh? Oh, right.
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk. And Mualani has in addition to their sentimental value...
Fuel?
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important. Over time, they became imbued with a certain on their own. By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between. It was a rather crude approach, so.
But weren't they all?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night King, and then it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, if they knew those items helped save the...
Even when you put it that way...
There's no need. Remember, the people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. We simply carry them with us in a different form. If you still have regrets, let them fuel. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture new forms of power just like the items once.
Well, we'd still...
Well, now that Kachina has returned, we can finally hold and we could all use the rest.
Still...
Try not to let it get to you. It's all right.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. It's been really nice seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand the true value of the spring. I've witnessed their energy, even when they cause trouble. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. My rage will never know, but you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we are owed. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about the you from right now?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear.
We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time, we will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
Yeah, Mom's right. Oh, seriously.
I imagine he did. Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us—
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled—
Who will be the—
We are the inheritors of memory, those who grew alongside sun and wind, those who forged our own destiny. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
Hey, Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be. It's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina.
Ah, well, you two had a fight.
She didn't cause any trouble.
Yeah, she was super helpful.
That's good.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first...
Maybe it seemed unreasonable. Picking her impulse to fight is extremely strong.
So what you're saying is...
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little... Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound.
What? Do you really have to go that...
No way. Chaska never... I appreciate the understanding and... Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their... In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Well done, Kachina! Thank you, everyone!
I always knew you could do it! With so much
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team.
I had no choice!
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first...
I wasn't, I swear! I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wound. When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one...
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure...
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong of us to abandon you like that.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way.
So, what about...
Our team captain drank too much the night before.
Serves.
Alright. There's no need to... Dear friends, firstly, I'm grateful to my friends, this traveler and his companion Paimon. They've agreed to let me learn from them. And let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the Traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So...
Well said!
I'll drink to that. How does it feel? To be honest, it's...
Well, you better get used to it. Next...
Hey, please don't... I've been through so...
Are you still feeling it?
Nope, all better now. I bet you guys must be tired.
Ah, you're here.
How did you know?
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they have the thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now and go save the sun, because I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. Or, of course, without me.
Paimon's suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that your family from back then?
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister, from what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with she played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing. Still, it was an impressive achievement. You feel loss keenly. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end, no matter what I may find there.
Yeah, doesn't that mean...
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time, even if the future ends in destruction, and it's precisely because we humans cannot know. This is a pivotal moment. We are, well, 3 to be precise. There's one. Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is true. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my...
Ancient names can be full...
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in Natlan are recorded in full. The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power. Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always honors its heroes.
Yeah, we can't just...
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but...
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power. Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now. As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled. You don't have much time, and you're injured on.
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You.
Oh, something else you'd like to ask? Well, our intel suggests he hasn't made any new movements yet. Although Kenichi's investigation helped, I'm getting closer to narrowing down who that may be, but it's still unclear whether this person aided the captain out of willingness. If you learn anything about this during your something else you'd like to ask? The Abyss is the most formidable enemy in all of Teyvat. In the beginning, it took failure. All of the methods you've seen in other nations were developed based on experience and insight. It's the same for the method we use here in Natlan. As for the principles behind it, I'm afraid you might have to see. Something else you'd like to ask? That also comes down to the long-standing effects of the Abyss. Our people's survival is inextricably tied, but their power has its limits. They cannot offer our people. Everyone in Natlan understands this. That's why our people never and the Wyab have always been very strict about granting that approval. Since extending still, there's no need to worry. The Wyab extend their something else you...
I've been through. Are you still feeling it? Nope, all better now. I bet you guys.
My apologies. Everything comes at a price if you cling too tightly to your... But in any case, I wonder how long before the two final heroes...
It's rare to meet travelers as strong and brave as... Anyway, my sister's already...
Oh, we actually ran into her on the way...
Yeah. I'm planning on visiting home. The Abyss has likely sensed your arrival.
At previous victory feasts, you'd always find me in the crowd singing and dancing. But after what
It does feel weird seeing you so out of sorts.
Is this another pearl of wisdom?
Well, Paimon agrees with the Traveler. Everyone's come together.
You're right. Kachina looks really happy. And now, enough doom and gloom. Time.
I've been through. Are you still feeling? Nope, all better. I bet you got.
All right, Kachina. Don't be. Come. Thank you for joining me, traveler. I'm Mualani, a guide from the people of the Springs. If you need anything, just raise your hand and let me know. Now, please stow your weapon.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who... Share.
Cost us a lot, but we got There'll be even tougher challenges coming our way in the days ahead. That includes you, Paimon.